because you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hear no. You're going to hit difficulties as you pursue that path to make a difference. And so you need to always remember how you felt. Hi, my name is Heidi Tucker, and welcome back to the Pickled Sunflower. Many of you may be asking yourselves, how can I make a difference? How can I do something that really matters and helps others and makes a difference in this life? Well, you are absolutely here to do just that. I am a firm believer that each of us has very specific, unique gifts to use and to make a real difference while we are here. I have a formula that I think will help you. It's about finding your own gifts and finding a way to do that. And so we're going to talk about that. But first I want to give you an example of my own life. As an author, the number one question most often asked of me is, was it always your dream to write a book? And that's kind of a funny question for me because the answer is both yes and no. I was at a really difficult time in my life where I didn't sort of know where I was going and what my path was, and it was a really hard time for me. I had just turned 50, all my kids were leaving home, and so I was an empty nester. I was really, really tired because I had taught early morning seminary, which is like a Bible study for teenagers before school, and so I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was just aching, and there were some things going on in my family, and I was physically and emotionally and spiritually really beat up. And at that time in my life, I remember that I was praying a lot about, God, asking God to help me find my way, help me find my purpose. How can I make a difference? And so one day I got on an airplane because we were going to go up to visit some relatives for Thanksgiving. And so I sat down on the airplane, and I remember fastening the seatbelt. And the next thing I knew, I was out. I was asleep. And somewhere between airports, I had a dream. And in that dream, it was so real. I was shown a book. And I was told in that dream, you need to write this. This is your book. And when I woke up, because the plane had landed on the runway, that jolt woke me up from that dream, and it felt so real. It was like I knew that was more than a dream. That was something that I was called to do, something that felt really, really important. But I didn't want that to be something that was in my future. I had no desire to write a book. Nowhere on any bucket list had I written down that I wanted to be an author. And so I fought against that. For months, I fought and I fought and I fought against that. I continued to pray, God, please help me find a way that I can make a difference. And one day I received again a really strong prompting that said to me, I showed you that book. You've been shown what you need to do to make a real difference. And so I had to just really buckle down, despite feeling extremely uneducated. How can I do this? I'm a business major from college. I am not a lit major. And so I just wondered, how am I able to write this story? How am I able to make a real difference with this book? And it feels so hard. It feels so hard. But I remembered that calling, and through the struggle of writing my first book, I just kept thinking back to that calling, to that really strong feeling that I knew I had been asked to do that. I knew that that was an answer to my prayer, even though I didn't like the answer. And so I was able to sort of trudge through the mud and accomplish that task. It was hard work. It was really, really hard work. But I did that. And as a result, this is one of the greatest blessings in my life, because it's a tool that I've been able to use to make a real difference and to bless others. If you are waiting for the perfect timing to discover how you can make a difference in this world and what you can do, and looking for a perfect timing for that answer to that prayer, I'm sorry to tell you that you're going to be disappointed. It was at one of the lowest times in my life that I received that real calling to do something that felt so difficult. did you see the formula in the story that I told about myself? First, pray. Pray that you'll know where your gifts are and how you can use them. Because sometimes we can't even recognize the gifts that we have. I didn't know that I could write like I could until I was really pushed to do that. And then I discovered that yes, that's a gift that I didn't know that I had. So number one is pray about it. Number two, you're going to receive the prompting. If you ask to make a real difference in your life, you better believe that you're going to receive an answer, because God wants you to make a difference. He wants you to serve and to help other people. So number two is you're going to receive that prompting. Recognize that prompting in your life. Number three, there's going to be hard work ahead, because it may not come really easy to you. You may have to learn some new things. You may have to get organized in your life. There's timing and there's things that you're going to have to set up so that you can sort of make that a focus in your life and make that a priority in your life to make that difference. And then finally, number four, always remember that calling, that initial prompting that helped you push off of the diving block so that you could actually get in and begin to swim. Because you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hear no. You're going to hit difficulties as you pursue that path to make a difference. And so you need to always remember how you felt. Always remember that that is what's going to propel you forward, because you'll feel that. If that's a spiritual thing that's happened in your life, that's enough to get you through the hard times. What is your calling? Think about that. Pursue that, because that is such a righteous, wonderful endeavor for you to find what your calling is and how you can make a difference. I know somebody who sews hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of masks for health workers. That's amazing. I could never do that. She has a gift and she's able to do that and to serve others. She is making a real difference. I know someone else who takes foster children into her home from incredibly broken, terrible circumstances and keeps them there in her home for months or years until they're able to be released back to family members or whatever the situation might be. She wants those children to understand and to see and to feel what a healthy home looks like, because it's her hope that will, in some future time of their life, they'll be able to look back on that and build on that foundation that she has given them. She is making a difference. I also know someone who makes birthday cards and sends them to everybody within her influence that she knows. Friends and family always receive a birthday card from her. She's making a difference because she's letting so many others know that they matter and that she's remembered them. You have the opportunity to make your mark. You have the opportunity and the privilege of making a difference. You will bless the lives of others, and what you receive in return is priceless. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below so that you don't miss a single episode. And thanks again for joining me here on the Pickled Sunflower.